Hi everyone, it's Kiki and I'm here today to show you how I made this tag. I made 10 of these for a swap that I'm doing and I thought they came out really neat. I got to play around with my gypsy some more and try a couple of different things. So I'm going to share with you how I did this and I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun with this. I made a little insert for the tag here in the pocket, and then on the back I could write to and from and whatever other sentiment you want to put on there. So anyway, the theme was for autumn tags. The first thing I did was I didn't want to make just a regular flat tag, so I wanted to put a pocket on it, and I had this really neat double-sided paper from, let's see, it's K & Company, but it is the So what I did was on my gypsy, I found a tag that I wanted from my cartridges, and I believe this one is from Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More. And the tag could only be 6 inches long maximum, so I did my tag and then I welded another rectangle onto the bottom of it. And then I found a leaf border design I liked, and I can't remember what cartridge it's from, I'm sorry. And I welded the leaf border on to the very end of the tag. So I cut it all out in one piece, and then I scored it at 3 inches here, so it would come up and make the pocket. So that was the first thing I did. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. So I also, with my gypsy, after I welded this, I copied it, and then I took the leaf edge and cut out a separate one. And this is, I cut this out on cardstock that it was just beige cardstock, vanilla colored cardstock. And I used a bunch of the Lindy's Stamp Gang, the Starburst sprays to create the different colors. So there's some reds and there's some golds and there's a little bit of green in here. So that came out really cool. So I was happy with that. The colors came out really great on this, but I wanted to add a little bit of texture to it. So I put my Versamark. You can tell my Versamark is well loved. Anyway, I just Versamarked my leaves here. And then I used some of the Lindy's Stamp Gang embossing powders. If you guys have not seen these, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. The colors are great. They add a lot of shine and shimmer, and I just love them. I think they're wonderful. So anyway, I've got some different colors here. I might not use all of these, but I wanted to make it kind of go with my tag, but then I'm also going to add some other embellishments that'll bring in reds and greens. So I'm just going to take some of the red here. I know y'all are just like going to gasp when... Okay, I'm going to hold this up so hopefully you guys can see that. It just comes out beautiful. The colors on these powders are just gorgeous. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my leaves to match my border. And I'm not going to glue it completely down, especially on the bottom where the little stems are, because I kind of like that they stuck up a little bit. Okay, so there's my leaf border. I just love it. No, it's so cute. Alright, so the next thing I did after that was I glued down some of these little leaf accents, and I just got these, I believe they're Recollections. I got them from Michael's. I'm going to stick a couple of leaves down here on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for just a minute. I'm going to stamp my little frame and sentiment on there. And this is from a close to my heart stamp collection called Autumn Splendor. I'm not sure if they make this one anymore. I've had this one for a couple years. And it was brand new when I opened it to make these tags, so that's kind of shameful, huh? Alright. Just makes for a cleaner image. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Powder. This one is peeled paint. Then I'm going to take the Autumn Splendor Sentiment. First mark it. I'm going to take the red embossing powder that I used on the leaves. I'm going to brush away some of the stuff that I don't want, but there's some extra little shimmer laying on there, and that's alright. That's a good thing. So I'm going to emboss that. Okay. Then I just cut around the edges of the image, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. I like my stuff to look handmade. It doesn't bother me if it's not cut perfectly straight. It just makes it more personal. Don't get me wrong, I like things to look good, but I don't get too stressed about them if there is a little bit of a extra embossing powder or whatever. Okay, so then I'll take my Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I'm just going to go around the edges here, just to give it a little bit of brown. And I think that little bit of an inked edge just kind of helps it pop up a little bit. Then I'm going to take another Distress ink and Antique Linen. I'll just use my fingers. Just trying to age it a little bit. Grunge it up, whatever you want to call it. Then I'm going to spray it with some gold glimmer mist.